What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Want to show you guys some defending gameplay on Caporetto. Done a lot of videos lately of more the attacking side. Want to show you guys some interesting strat that I've been doing on the defending side Caporetto, as I had a 10 vehicle kill game on this map. So that's, in my opinion, not all too bad considering, you know, there's only so many vehicles on the map. Now, if you want to kind of figure out what I'm doing to get those 10 vehicle kills, well, you're looking at it right here. The very start of the game, I am jumping on the AA gun right by C, taking out the vehicles, especially the heavy bomber that so many pilots love to bring out now, and definitely respecting that airplane, as it will definitely do some damage onto you even on other game modes like Conquest Assault. Now, even though this is a map that is kind of known for being very difficult for the attacking side to get off the mountain, from my gameplay experience, I've made it off the mountain every single time except for one time where I kind of had a slow start in the game. I was kind of not really paying attention. The game had started, lost probably like 15 seconds of beginning gameplay time, and the enemy team actually got themselves set up, laid some mines down the pathways where the armored car can drive down the mountain, and I actually died from a mine. That's the first time out of all the gameplay since Apocalypse has come out that I actually haven't been able to make it down the mountain. So because of that, I've been thinking, how can I really control on the defending side, making sure that no matter what, I prevent the attacking team moving down the mountain from getting really anywhere, you know, behind us, where you know, we have to move our forces out from A and bring it, you know, away from that very front lines, as you know, the attacking side does have, you know, a 300 point advantage at the very start of the game. So really why I'm having so much success on this map, and really a lot of the Apocalypse maps, is because, especially if you're on the attacking side, if you can get out of the mountain or all the wheat fields and you can start capping at least 2 bases, I mean, you're already still in the lead, and all you need to do is just, you know, get 3 bases, get half the bases on, you know, River Song, you know, get 2 on Caporetto, and you're gonna still be in good shape for a while. So trying to prevent them from getting off the mountain is really my big goal now, and the majority of the time people are actually using the pilot class to get themselves out of the mountain, as even though my strat for using an armored car is pretty successful in my opinion, majority of the time it would be easier if you can do it too. If you can just get onto, you know, in the pilot, have someone fly you over there and, you know, jump in the bomber or one of the other planes that have passenger seats in it, and then take that down there. So that's what I've been starting off very early on in the game. I have recently, being the assault class, been able to drop some mines on the bridge right there by C at the very beginning of the game. Sometimes I'll drop 1 mine underneath the bridge, 1 on top, and 1 right next to the actual AA gun, as I've had some games already after getting some kills with that stationary weapon that, you know, you'll get a armored car that's rushing towards you, so I've put 1 there to kind of protect myself. But if any kills I'm getting, really, it is by the bridge, so you probably could drop all the mines if you're playing the assault class near the bridge, as that's one area to kind of cover your back if an armored car starts to work their way down the hill and you're more focused on taking out the airplanes. This is actually a quick clip of me taking out an airplane on another game and then jumping off and watching an armored car run over my mine over the bridge. And then I'm going to roll up here, as my second gadget for the assault class that I'm keeping is the anti-tank gun. So I'm just going to blast a cavalry class moving down the hill, and that's 15 seconds of time right there where I took out the 3 major vehicles on the map. Now, of course, that was another gameplay. I just want to show you guys that really quick, as that was pretty epic in my opinion, and kind of the strat I've been slowly more evolving into. Now, in this game here, I was keeping the dynamite on, but after that gameplay where I tried using the mines, I think I'm going to start off very beginning of the game, use the mines, lay 1 of them for sure on the bridge. As you saw right there, the armored car wanted to rush past the bridge right there, kind of cover your end, as you can't really focus up there, you know, where the armored car would originally be coming out at. And this is helping me kind of deal with multiple vehicles at the exact same time. Now, something you can do is after a death, maybe go by D and spawn by D and go pick up the elite class that is there, as that does spawn at the 2-minute mark. And you can go pick that up and use that to kind of protect yourself when you're on the AA gun. As you saw there a little bit earlier, I was shot down at a airplane, but I didn't kill the airplane quick enough where the pilot jumped out, and like any good pilot would do, they're gonna go hunt you down. So I give you a little bit of room if they're gonna go and, you know, shoot at you. You have some extra armor to defend yourself. It is only a 3-minute respawn time, so if you do die with the elite class, it is a pretty fast respawn time on this map. So since I've been doing this strat on the defending side on Caporetto, I feel like I'm just controlling it much better than actually being up there the front lines, as it really, all it really takes is a pilot to drop, you know, himself even, or some of his teammates down, you know, where E is at, and this completely kind of messes up the gameplay, especially if they do it on very early on in the game. So I would suggest at least at the very beginning part of the game, try to jump on the AA guns if you're on the defending side to prevent this from happening. I do know, again, that it has been kind of popular that the attacking side does struggle, but in my opinion, once people figure out that you just got to get off the mountain, you get off by the airplane, armored car, and if you can cap a, you know, territory down there very early on in the game, you're in good shape in my opinion, because you have that 300-point start, and all again you need to do is just get off the mountain. So it's something that I am trying to maximize at the very beginning of the game, and I'm finding this more success in the game, you could say, by me, you know, using the AA gun down here than being in the front lines. Even on the front lines, I might have experienced more action. You know, I might feel like I'm doing a lot of damage by maybe preventing them going down where the, you know, little ravine is, where the rocks kind of turn and go under the bridge towards where C is at. You know, that feels like you're doing, you know, some, you know, damage, maybe holding that area off, but that's kind of what I was doing before. But once I've seen getting the AA guns and controlling the planes and preventing them from spawning behind us, and just leaving my teammates to battle over there by A, and then periodically maybe popping by B if we're struggling by B. Again, I got another AA gun by B, so if I want to jump off that one where C is at, get closer over there where B, help, you know, protect B, I can then jump on another AA gun and maybe get some of the aircraft that are kind of avoiding me over there by C. So that has been the strat as of lately, and I tell you what, because I'm doing so well on the Apocalypse maps, my win percentage is like skyrocketing up now. I was struggling over there around just barely 67% win rate, but now I finally broke that. I'm like moving up to 68%, feeling pretty confident I'll make up to a 70% win rate, which in my opinion is not all too bad. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but on the Apocalypse maps, being Conquest Assault for 2 of them, I'm really just understanding that you know, game mode really well. As much as it's not very popular in the Battlefield community, but for the most part, defending and attacking, I'm doing really well. And then of course Passchendaele is just a map that's just geared perfectly for my assault gameplay style, so that works out really well for me. So I'm just getting really high win rates on these maps as I'm going to I think am I able to take out his armored card? No, he's gonna drop out. I'm gonna come over and finish him off. But again, on these maps, I'm just doing really well onto them. So if people are having a hard time, again, still struggling to do well on these maps, you know, check out the strats. I'm sure they will help you guys out a lot, because I don't feel like, even though you might need some, you know, solid good gameplay maybe with what you're doing, I think as well, if you really stay focused on the very beginning parts of, especially Conquest Assault, getting out of the wheat fields, getting down the mountain, or preventing people from getting out of the wheat fields, preventing people from getting down the mountain, and finding ways that can really find the weakness of the enemy team, you're really gonna fare yourself pretty well, especially at the very start. So that is what I've been doing lately, and it's been pretty effective. As I'm gonna roll back over here, get on the AA gun again, keeping enemy players away from anything behind me. I had another game too where I was doing this strat. We did so well, we kept the whole enemy team kills all the way down where no one on their team had double-digit kills. So that was a pretty impressive game as well, and that has been, again, my approach towards the map, as definitely want to take out heavy bomber right when I see it. As in this game, there was a little bit more heavy bombers, and you know, you get another game where as he was dropping one of those packages down. Probably wasn't the best move. But if you get other games where, you know, a little bit more balanced, and you could say that maybe the enemy players weren't as, you know, skilled as other players would be, and I've had those games too already, still holding them down on the A gun has been a pretty successful strat so far. So feel free to let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below, how you guys are approaching the defending side, if how your like strat is, especially the very beginning of maps, especially Caporetto, and how you're trying to handle them from getting off the mountain. But that's it for you guys today. Appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I will catch you guys again later. Peace.